Show the Truth going up against 801 Strider.
So let's take a look, right? Strider no longer has access to his characters, but that's not going to deter him from getting these Ws, as he has 5-2 compared to the Team Spirit captain, 3-2 in the games won. Let's go down to the rounds as well. 8-5 for CJ Truth, 11-7 from Strider. I mean, that just means he's got more games played, honestly. But as we mentioned earlier, it's only week 3. This is the first time these guys have encountered each other. It's captain on captain.
All right.
And that's
Lucia versus
exactly
Karen.
what we expected. The Lucia pick coming from Gustavo, and then the Karen pick from CJ Truth, who's actually shaped up to be a pretty good choice for him. I feel like his transition from Cammy to Karen has been a very seamless, effortless one, just because they have kind of similar buttons in the sense of the range, being able to confirm. Obviously, the main difference is that Cammy's anti-air options are significantly stronger, as well as the air approach, right? But that either way, CJ Truth has gotten a good amount of wins with his character.
And standing medium punch pressure. Man, her walk speed is so good. I'm very interested to see how this matchup plays out in the long run, especially considering, like, you know, the walk speed between the two, the really good frame traps that Lucia has, and just like the damage output and the zone control as well. Oh, the crush, not close enough.
I feel like that tell right there when it comes to Lucia, anytime she charges up the fireball, since it's a 2-part fireball, Karen is allowed to do the command dash into the shoulder without any sort of repercussions, right?
Oh, yeah. See, 801 Strider. Trying to play super solid right now. The life lead is definitely in favor of CJ Truth. Another dash up throw again. Button. Oh. Starts up the fireball, tries to get the slide in.
Big time punish.
Okay.
That could have killed.
That's why he would have spent some of the meter. He should have just spent some of that meter. He definitely would have got the kill. That's definitely going to come back to bite you, right?
I think maybe a crush counter combo off of Roundhouse would have been just fine. Get a Roundhouse, dash up in there, get a full-on combo as well. It would have built him enough meter to get critical art, guaranteed. Nice block there from CJ Truth.
Oof.
Checking that slide as well. She can block the fireball grounded anyway. You can down back that.
Okay.
It's not considered an overhead.
Playing the splits this game very strong. Low forward gets to confirm in a Tinko.
And I like that, yeah. Just inching a little bit forward, getting that activation out of the corners, 801 Strider.
Back throw. He wants the corner. Wants the corner. Stand light kick to stop the start off of the offense. That cross-up jump medium kick is so stupid.
Oh, he was trying to bait. Yeah, but if you commit to the run, you are going to get hit. Okay, yeah.
Lots of meter. Goes straight into the CA. All right. Okay.
Good. Very good. That's a good call.
Stove still alive. That scaling was crazy.
I think it was off of what? It was 2 V-triggers for the scaling, and it was a V-trigger combo. And that's significantly scaled going into V-trigger. A lot of hits, big scaling on that. Understandably so, 801 Strider paid the price for it, but he got the round. Threw it.
What were you just talking about?
He was saving that meter. She can traverse fireballs very well.
She can just traverse the screen super fast, especially with EX like that. She can get in there really fast, so you got to be careful, especially if you're a fireball character.
Yeah, even so, like Lucia being able to cancel it, not committing to the second part. Wow, that hit! She could still shoulder through that. Maybe even Resena. Oh no, I think Resena's a little bit too slow on that.
Yeah,
that's quick.
Back throw. Dash up, back throw, get through. Spins EX meter, goes straight into trigger, and that's gonna be game number 1 on the side of CJ Truth. Spin that wheel.
I like that a lot.
A lot of mental energy. She got to save it for later. Yeah.
Yeah, no, honestly,
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, it's autopiloting.
I just wait him out. I kind of
Yeah.
So he can't react to fireball whenever you have whenever he doesn't have meter. You can do fireballs more freely, but then he can do Tenko. Yeah, I mean he played solid overall. So just keep it tight, you know.
Yeah.
I mean they're not wrong, right? There was a lot of situations that he could have cashed out, right? That first round was definitely his, right?
3 fireballs in a row to check CJ Truth. I like that, yeah. So he's opting to go for the fireballs just to see how CJ reacts without meter. Now that he has that info, he's going in. The bait, exactly.
That was a really good bait, and made him spin his trigger already. That crouching medium kick uses that gun smoke to get in. Not able to make anything happen. Here comes CJ Truth.
Nice conversion off that crouch jab, going into crouch strong and then immediately into the gun smoke forward throw. check the wake up. Slide? No, side switch. Okay, CJ.
He wants the corner. Forward throw. Uh-oh, wait a minute. CJ.
He went raw, but you know why?
Because he's going to cancel in the trigger. He did it last time, too, so hey.
Big brain plays. 801 Strider, again, just trying to cool down the machine. He wants to autopilot as much as possible. They're part of Degeneration Storm.
Hey, he said it himself, man. He likes to go dumb, just a little bit. Just enough to get the job done.
Yeah. It's just enough.
Just enough to get the job done. Wow. Almost was stuck on stupid there. I gotta be careful.
You can't do that. Ooh, okay, yeah, and I like him just teasing with the first part of that fireball.
I feel like that's a major part of our footsie game. You have to make, I feel like the bait is like, hey, what am I gonna do with this fireball? So you have to get into that range to be prepared to deal with it. She has the up arc, and on top of that, she can still EX, so you gotta be careful.
Oh. Big throw into the corner. Gets to apply more of this pressure. Oh, does it again! Combo time!
Version this time. Gets the setup, didn't go for the slide, he was ready for it.
Oh my god, CJ! I thought he was a god, never mind.
That was actually god, like, that little series was good.
Pure fundamentals.
Fundamentals, man.
Fundamentals. Do more of that. You can tell he's a little shaken on like how to react to your fireballs when you do the feints. Yeah. So that's such a good strategy.
Yeah.
Man, Team Storm is ramping up.
It's a pretty big deal for both teams right now going into week 3, as they are tied so far going into it.
The counter hit gunsmoke kick extension? Okay, 801 Strider, this character just came out, bro.
Yeah. They've had a few weeks to kind of figure her out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He's learning as he goes.
Been playing for a few weeks now, you're right.
Okay, yeah, and I like that. Using the roundhouse version because it is the fastest in terms of speed. Like the recovery of it, the way the distance traveled.
Man, those feints. Okay, said you had to be careful. Back throw.
I do like that though because now she can't save that meter for her to do it again, and she doesn't have the invincible uppercut option. But to no avail, Karen's a battery. She's actually a walking battery. It doesn't even matter. Commit to it. The other side.
Looking for the jump EX with Senha. CJ Truth trying to start the run back.
Yo, CJ's demeanor right now. This is the angriest I've seen it.
The smile is gone. My man's trying to win.
Mr. Positivity. Channeling his dark Hadou.
Evil Truth.
Evil Truth.
I actually think your breath stinks.
Oh no! Our friendship is actually alive.
Donk.
Oh, the low crusher.
Oh, side switch. Wake up EX.
We haven't seen that all set from 801 Strider.
CJ Truth. Tick throw.
Gunsmoke. Not punishable. Ugh. Oh, yo, that's invincible in V-Trigger 1. You treat it as if it were the EX version of it. It's exactly what that is with V-Trigger 1. You would get the enhanced version of all her kick moves. Oh! Yo! The confirm off a low fort. Committing to that gunsmoke is a big deal.
That's actually a big deal because if you don't, you just said yourself, if you don't hit a button, you're stuck in that run and you can't do anything. So you can definitely be punished.
Yeah, even being able to cancel the gunsmoke with the back option, if you just press back, she stops in place. Kind of like Ken Run, you know? But it's still highly punishable.
Oh, counter hit right there.
Ooh.
2-hit fireball, V skill. Karen just got that V reversal.
I love how active it is. Oh, yeah, so he's been teasing with his fireball. CJ Truth has been pumping away, trying to get past it.
Oh, standing roundhouse, a trade.
That did more damage for to Lucia, excuse me. Oh boy, a big one. That was the roundhouse flame kick.
Yeah. Oh, another one.
Again. Almost. Okay.
Oh, the backdash. That was slick.
Oh, yeah, not quite. Still a lot of life to work with. I think 2 more touches. That's 1. Now you are in kill range with Karen. Yo, Gunsmoke, you're dead!
Oh my, he just did it. He actually just did it. No hugs needed. No handshakes needed here. Just wins. Wait a minute.
There we go. Let's go. That's a win in itself.
Street Fighter League Season 3 continues. This is week 4, and this is also the preseason, just to be clear. I'm Tasty Steve.
Here with Vicious.
We're getting into it, and we just want to make sure you guys are well introduced to a lot of the players we have here, because in Street Fighter League Season 3, we have changed the scope of battle just a little bit, and we have made it so much more exciting because we've added international talent to the pool of Street Fighter League Season 3, and it is going to be none other than amazing. And of course, we do have new teams, and those leaders were picked via the CPT Points online leaderboard, with the CPT leaderboard. So you guys know for sure that this is the best of the best that the world has to offer in Street Fighter V, and they will be, of course, battling for that chance to fight Japan in the finals.
Yeah, we hope you don't have acid indigestion because it's about to get spicy with Street Fighter League. Again, we have 9 weeks of the preseason. We're here in week number 4, and it's only getting better. I've said this so many times, but that's facts. That's honestly facts. Because when we get into the preseason, as we continue on with our 9 weeks, we have 15 weeks of the actual Season 3, where it's double round robin back to the old school. 1 week of postseason, which is the playoffs. And again, it all leads to that grand finale where we get the best of the best to face off against the current champions of Street Fighter League, Team Japan.
Now, speaking of those teams, just so we can make sure you are on the same level, let's run them down one more time. We have Team NASR joining Street Fighter League Season 3 with Big Bird, AngryBird, and of course the returning Samurai. We have UYU, who has had some representation, but this is their first time having a team, and that's going to be Oil King, NL, as well as Kami. And then of course we have All In. That's going to be iDom. That's also going to be Phenom. There's going to be 801 Strider. We have Alpha 3 with Punk, CJ Truth, and Nephew.
Yep.
And then we have Psycho Shinobi, which is Hot Dog, Infexious, and Xian, which is actually one of the brokest teams.
That's
on
broken.
here, I need to let you guys know. And then Dynamite, Problem X, NuckleDu, and Smug. And when I tell you that these teams are some of the craziest concoctions I've ever seen, I cannot wait to see these guys duke at it and go head to head in Street Fighter League Season 3. So please be ready, because the preseason is only the warm-up. That's why it's called pre. You got to preheat the oven, you got to preheat the season, and that's why we're here.
Now, we kind of talk about how the rules are in Street Fighter League, where we have to apply the bans and the character or player selection, or player order, I should say. The thing is, with the amount of talent on these teams, it's like watching a mini Capcom Cup. So it's going to be harder to consider what bans to apply to what team and what the character order is going to be like, because again, we've mentioned this previous weeks, is that all the players here are killers.
That's true. That's definitely true. The ban order and the ban option has definitely been one of the major determining factors in Street Fighter League. It makes sure that a lot of these players coming in do have backups, and we've seen that kind of evolve over the seasons we've been involved in, right? Season 1 was a little different. You had people going directly after those characters' mains, and then later on, and Season 2, we had it to where, hey, you can only ban a character in first half of the season, and you can't ban the same character.
That's true, yeah.
So now it's kind of evolved, and I love the fact that it's evolving to the point where we're making it more coherent. A lot of people are starting to understand, like, oh, you want to do this, you want to aim for this player, you want to have a backup character. These are all things that come into play when you're in Street Fighter League, because it's super important. Now, these preseason matches do have some people that are not in the Street Fighter League season or from past seasons. These are considered exhibition matches. This gives them a chance to kind of show their stuff, what they bring to the table for future possible iterations of Street Fighter League. Just speaking of what we have coming this week, we have some crazy matches that you guys are definitely going to want to tune in for. But just so you're sure and you know how it's going to break down, these are best of 7. That means you have to get 4 wins if you want to claim the exhibition victory, and that's the way it goes. So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about our matches today. Our undercard match will be White-AshX versus LordAhmed. That's our undercard match. They have some pretty good accolades. I mean, in all honesty, a CPT Online victory, a high placing still means a lot, especially considering CPT is now an online event. So having 2 players that fared very well in those events as an undercard match is very good. But for the main event today, we have NASR's Big Bird versus NASR's AngryBird. And this is not their first time battling each other, but it might be the first time you guys see them battle each other.
I mean, if you're a fan of any of these players, they've been streaming a lot together, and it's actually quite enjoyable to see them bicker at each other. We've seen it on social media. I've seen it at least on Twitter, seeing them experiment with different kind of characters and kind of have that little friendly big brother, or like that the sibling trash talk too. It's like, man, you can't get away with all this. You think you're gonna beat me with that? No, that thing's whack. And then next thing you know, they blow each other up with Seth and Buki, top tier players. I mean, it's always fun to watch these two play, whether it's on a serious platform or just them just joking around on stream. It's gonna be quite the exhibition.
Well, look, there's a lot to add to that, right? There's so much to add to that, and we're gonna get into it right after this break. But please, guys, stay tuned. Street Fighter League, the preseason continues right after this break.
My unveiling. I will be exposed to the entire world. When the time of the prophecy comes, when all is revealed, then the people of the world will rejoice, already knowing who I am. Call me Lord and Emperor. Time to return to harmony. Seraphic wing! My perfection does not require any training.
I'll take you downtown. That's how you start the fight and finish it quickly.
Let's have some fun.
Let me zap you. Here we go. Whip up! That's that!
Seraphic wing!
Street Fighter League Season 3 returns. We have our undercard match that we're about to get into, but the preseason is getting underway, and I love having these exhibition matches with some Street Fighter League hopefuls from all the different regions, kind of putting on exhibitions to kind of, you know, showcase their style, you know, make it a summer camp. You know how they do in baseball? They got to have the Street Fighter League summer camp, and that's what you guys are getting. You're getting an example of some of the potential talent that could be on later seasons. So let's talk about this undercard that we have today. Representing the Middle East FGC, we have White-AshX. White-AshX is not unfamiliar with the big stage. He's a multi-game talented player. Let's get some words from White-AshX.
Talking about my run in CPT Online, I reached top 8 and eventually ended up in top 4. I think it's a very good result to reach top 8 in such a stacked tournament where we had so many great names from both Europe and the Middle East. As well as this is quite motivating for me because we're gonna have another event in September. So this result, I will try my best to improve in the next one and grind a lot more than before. So in this exhibition, I'm gonna play LordAhmed. He's a Bison player, one of the best ones from Oman, and quite a talented player. I have played with him before, online of course. I think he's quite tricky player because his playstyle has some defensive mode at times, and sometimes he's just quite aggressive and he just gets in. So it's gonna be quite interesting to play with him. I will play Colleen, and I will try to play on ground, neutral based, till she gets V-trigger, and try to use the mix-ups and resets that she can in V-trigger. Let's see how it goes. I will try my best.
White-AshX representing the Middle East FGC. His opponent is going to be LordAhmed, another Middle East FGC player. White-AshX, like I said before, is not unfamiliar with that big stage, multi-game talented player. Recently participated in the CPT Online with Big Bird and AngryBird as well. And I know they talk about the scene a lot because there's a lot of players coming out of that Middle East scene. White-AshX being one of the people here that we have on display for Street Fighter. Tell us a little bit about White-AshX.
So White-Ash has been around for a while. We saw his performance last year over at the CPT Online as well for the Middle East region. He's hailing from Pakistan, and he actually placed within top 8 last year as well. This year, he participated and he got himself a 4th place ranking, which is pretty solid. And you know, it's the same with LordAhmed. He actually placed 7th in that CPTO. However, prior to that, we didn't see a real track record. But he's been playing the game for quite some time, sticking it out with Bison.
Of course, we have Colleen and possibly a Karen for White-AshX, and that's going to be our setup for today's exhibition, our undercard match, I should say. Middle East FGC stand-up, and we have a Colleen versus M. Bison. And LordAhmed's M. Bison, like I said before, watch him. He likes to play really aggressive. I love the fact that White-AshX went with Colleen right here because I feel like the movement's going to be really important. You can kind of slow down M. Bison, you know, using Hailstorm. You have options.
And I like the representation of the flag, the country of Oman, exactly where LordAhmed is from, and I like that a lot. Just in general, the Middle East representation. Yo, stand up. Here we go. Crush counter roundhouse to start things off for White-Ash. And again, you mentioned that kind of aggressive style that White-Ash has. That's something that's going to be great for Colleen. She has such long extending normals. Fierce being one of them. What is that? Back roundhouse, also another one.
Nice. Anti-air. Look at the little Timmy right there.
The confirm on that. Nasty. The fact that he was close enough to get stand strong afterwards is disgusting.
Throw into the corner. The crouching medium kick. And here we go. LordAhmed starting up his own offense. Activation off of the slide. I like that, going for a further reaching normal right there just to see if White-AshX is going to try anything goofy. And what did I say? I told you the movement was going to be important, and that's why I was happy to see this Colleen. I've seen LordAhmed go crazy. I've seen him be like, oh, you blocked something from M. Bison? Time to party. White-AshX goes in front of that by starting the offense himself, using that Colleen normals in that range, getting crush counters and pushing and starting.
Look at this offense from White-Ash. Now, we've seen a lot of Colleens so far from the preseason. This is probably the most fast-paced one I've seen thus far, and it's working out up until this point, I would say. LordAhmed now putting White-Ash into this corner. Now, it's very interesting to note that he has V-trigger 1, something we haven't seen in a while.
So forward throw once again. Man, this offense is just looking so good. Tries to go for an anti-air.
I might have thought maybe he'd probably try to traverse past Colleen and get to the other side. Here's the activation from Colleen. I like the interruption, but it's still, you get clipped by the double snow.
Okay, just going for the pressure with the side switch.
He one for free. Buy 2, get 1 free day? That's
the double scoop?
Triple scoop is a little bit too much, I feel like.
I mean, that says a lot because you really love ice cream. So if you're saying a triple scoop is too much, that's
above average. I can down it. Normal people can't. Okay, Steve?
Well, look, man. First off, that first match went really, really fast. And that's what I was touching on. The fact that Colleen is going to give you better options versus M. Bison. He's going to have a harder time locking you down, keeping you honest. But if he gets knocked down, as you can see, the mix-up is going to be scary. And that side switch mix-up, I haven't seen anybody do that in a long time. Like, I'm just going to be completely honest. It definitely threw me for a curve. But here we go. Game number 2, and this is an exhibition best of 7, first of 4 wins.
And you would think, you know, White-Ash has a Karen under his belt as well. Like, I can understand why that kind of aggression and the kind of offense that he plays isn't going to be as effective, because Karen can be kind of linear in terms of her approach. Having someone like Colleen with those 50-50 mix-ups off of a knockdown that could lead to stun because of the properties of freezing somebody is actually way better for his play style from what we're looking at right now.
So nice.
I'm liking this aggressive play from Colleen.
All right, and the Bison. Wow, I was thinking LordAhmed was going to be the aggressor here. Turns out Colleen's like, nah, bro, this is my show.
She worked for the Illuminati. He's higher than Shinobi.
Oh, wow. Wait, is that the lore?
I don't know.
I was about to say, I mean, considering, you know, lore-wise, I guess, you know, Shinobi doesn't exist later on, but, you know.
I feel like it's one of those things where, like, they're of equal level, but Shinobi is out in the public.
So they're equal opportunity bad guys? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, all right,
100%.
just being sure. Back throw. All right,
Cycle
LordAhmed.
axe. Oh!
Mega
I
Man
like
jump
that.
him out.
So smart. Doesn't want to put himself in the corner, but Ahmed does the same thing. Lands on the cross-up.
Right.
Oh, he tried to walk
heavy kick.
under.
Mega Man jump to get out and the chase. I like what LordAhmed is doing right now. Now, just playing a lot more base, not going too crazy with the movement, going the opposite of aggressing at this point. Just playing a little more defensive, picking the spots to attack a lot more carefully. I like that. Slight whip punish right there.
Man, even just blocking that, you're still taking a ton of damage. A lot of gray life, I would say, and then the chip damage as well.
Ooh, that's another thing about Colleen.
It's
like,
so nice.
Her normals can definitely deal with the up close, you know, Devil's Reverse and the stomping coming from M. Bison in a lot of these situations. So I like White-AshX challenging in these situations. Gets the raw sweep and activate. Trigger 1 is on the table. M. Bison in control. Great tech. White-AshX with the life lead so far. Man, that bad boy was deep in there.
Woo! Your White-Ash did not press a button up until that last anti-air into the trigger activation. Here we go, off the target combo. Scissor kick, forward throw.
First, once again, tries to get the throw. I love these buttons at that range. EX, that's going to give her a little room. Colleen, this should be the round. Game number 2, looking in control once again for White-AshX. LordAhmed seems like he had a little something coming, but now White-AshX back in control.
I like that last tidbit to kind of test Ahmad's reactions to see whether or not he's going to tech, because he hasn't really done that. He's kind of throw happy as well. You see him in the corner on his offense. He kind of presses throw a little bit out of range. I think he knows the tech where it's like, if you whip the throw, you're +2. I know that's not true. That's just it's just a funny thing to say, because people tend to press buttons. They see a whiff throw and they kind of tech throw as well. It's like, oh, I got to get ready.
And it's really scary, especially when you're fighting someone like Colleen, because you get close and you think that she's going to go for throw, and she can just walk out of that range and hit a button.
Oh, was that a
Back
crouch
throw.
fierce trade off the Devil's Reverse? Oh, he knew the activation was coming.
Tries to go for the air-to-air. The reverse saves her. Sets up the EX. Goes for the chase with the teleport.
Oh my God.
And this is that aggressiveness that I was talking about, but it spends a lot of that V-trigger just to get that started, but has control of the corner. LordAhmed, the neutral
that would have been
jump.
sick.
The Devil's Reverse, man, her movement has gotten her out of so many M. Bison situations where I feel like a lot of characters would have to block. She's literally just moving.
Speaking of movement, look at this. Ahmed is just getting himself out of the hailstorm. 2 back dashes, success, but no, the back throw. White-Ash, nice and easy game number 2. Chasing him down from corner to corner. You saw that, right? He saw an opportunity to get out, did the icicle jump, still got clipped by Ahmed, and still got chased down afterwards. No, I would say Bison was trying to run away, and he chased him all the way down from corner to corner.
Look, the fact that Colleen she has these extra movements. She has a double jump to get out of these corner situations. You're going to have to play her a lot tighter. If you want to lock her down, the ground game is going to be important because her walk speed is too good. Her normals up close will really get you in trouble, especially as a Bison. Because if you get knocked down, it's going to be scary. I mean, you do have a 3-frame button for the reversal, but she can walk right into your face and make you whip those buttons. And we've seen LordAhmed trying to get those throws in a lot of situations. Just pretty throw happy right there. So I like the fact that White-AshX is keeping it calm, but still in control.
Showing that impressive Colleen play. And you know, now I kind of want to see footage of his Karen. Like I kind of want to see like the comparison.
Dude, his Karen is almost completely different. He plays like a range 3 Karen, and I'm like, and what happens is he plays kind of like 2 moves out. Like he'll literally be like, well, I'm gonna dash in now because you're gonna swing and I'm gonna get this long. Like that's how he plays, right? He'll do like EX dash Tenko from like a far further range away. Like he's one of those players.
That's pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah, and because he's reading 2 moves out, I feel like that's what it seems like to me. But we're watching this Colleen right now. And this is exactly what I was talking about, trying to walk on the ground. That's going to open up that reversal for Colleen.
Oh, that was dirty. I couldn't even tell if that was a cross-up or not.
I definitely could not tell because I was holding back to hopefully not get crossed up.
That's what you got to do, hold back to block.
Ooh, the parry. Oh, man.
Look at his aggression. It's like night and day. I feel like he has to recharge his batteries in between games. It's like game 1, completely offensive. 2, now he's trying to decide what the opponent's going to do. 3 is like, all right, I'm done playing. I'm
done
back
playing.
in.
I figured out the diagnosis. You're going down.
Oh.
Good crossover.
Man, I feel like there's multiple times where Ahmed tries to go for, he fishes for the roundhouse crush counter, right? Instead of stopping White-AshX's movement and locking her down where Colleen is at, right? If you can't stop her from backdashing after a light, you're not going to get that crush counter.
No, that's true. And that's why you see White-AshX playing that range, that back and forth game, looking for a button from LordAhmed, not going to get it. Full confirm, push to the corner, neutral jump. I like the delay get up. LordAhmed in trouble.
Oh, that Visa getting a lot of mileage. Activation route, no V reversal. Instead, neutral jumps, finds the target, activation, spend that bar. No, I lied to you all. Back throw, Psycho Axe incoming.
Nice reset, goes for the back throw. The EX scissors catches the movement. LordAhmed getting points on the board.
That was nice. That was really well done. I like that. So most of the time when you see a Bison EV trigger, you would expect him to spend the bar for the damage and knockdown. Instead, he stops the combo midway through with regular scissors, throws White-Ash into the corner, and then proceeds for the kill.
You see LordAhmed looks like he's getting some control of this round. Oh, but here comes the Colleen again.
Ooh. I flinched. I definitely flinched and got crushed. I heard yipes in my ear going,
dropping change.
Yeah.
No anti-air. Her jump roundhouse for anti-airs is actually a problem. It's well set up.
It's such a weird hitbox. Oh boy. 200 plus.
Big
Look
damage.
at the stun.
Big damage.
I'm always impressed with the stun. The amount of stun that Perry does. It's kind of absurd.
I'm just the damage by itself, bro. There's so much red up there. That's like that's more than a combo's worth of damage, man.
Okay, I like that.
Inferno. There's that crush roundhouse.
My man is fishing with that.
Backdash on the slide. Wait a minute. What a series. Yo, White-AshX. Okay. Backdash the slide, turn the whole round around. Okay.
Yo, how are you gonna send Bison into his own contraption like that on Shadowloo base? He just blew out an engine, a turbine engine.
I don't even know why these Shadowloo people are just standing around. I feel like if a true leader was getting beat up, all the dolls would just hop in. Like they would just not. They'd be like, "Yo, this dude beating up Bison, get in there!" Like I think that's what happened.
I also think it's one of those things where Bison's kind of too arrogant. He's like, "No, I've got this," and then just. He's like, he tells everybody to back off because if you interrupt, maybe you'll get punished for it.
He'll come and beat you up after that. He's like, didn't I tell you to back up? Well, look, man, I thought you were losing. Well, now you've lost your life. And Bison.
I was trying to help you, boss. What do you mean?
Dude, he was winning. Don't you ever interrupt my battle. You didn't see the guy in the red. You were fighting one dude in white gi, and then the dude in the red gi came out. I was trying to help you.
He lost that battle, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw that movie. He was winning the 2v1, but you know, dramatic battles don't always end up the way you want.
Well,
that's what they should add to Street Fighter V. Dramatic
battle.
Bring that back.
Count it. You heard it here first, Capcom. Dramatic battle.
You've seen it once in Alpha 3. Bring it back. Actually, just in the Alpha series, man. Ugh. Back throw it to the corner, dangerous spot. Ahmed stuck in this loop.
Yeah, you're going to be careful hitting buttons at this range because of buttons like that. And of course, how successful that parry's been. Gets the EX, big crush counter with the roundhouse. Back throw, I like these resets. LordAhmed getting something started here. Psycho Axe.
Man, stand jab anti-air still as effective as ever. It's like it never left for Colin. Oh
Ooh,
yeah!
the V skill too. I didn't even notice it was a
Oh
switch.
yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Use that cheap stuff.
Now that is something that could change the game. Like playing that range game now is going to be a lot more dangerous because V skill 2 is going to put you right behind. But you can call it out. You can definitely steal scout it. You can see the button from Colleen to show you.
I kind of want to see what LordAhmed does with Bar now that he has V skill 2, right? I want to see some of these Cycle Ball setups. Oh.
Man, that setup has been the go-to for White-Ash, and it's worked out so many times. Dash up. Oh, so far away. So far away.
I haven't seen Colleen hit that many backgrounds.
How is this dude White-AshX is playing Colleen, making sure these trades are getting combos, and I have not seen many Colleens still reinstate this kind of gameplay. I talked about the first, the hell attack. Oh, tries to get through, catches the vanity step, goes for a reset on top of it. Look at the aggressiveness coming from LordAhmed. He knows that he might lose this set. Ooh.
Where's the hitbox,
What did I
Steve?
say? I said this 2 games ago.
Where's the hitbox?
I said that up close, having normals the way that Colleen has, you're going to be careful as in Bison because stuff like that can happen. You can stop that stomp. You can stop the devil's reverse because some of her normals put her in a weird stance, man. They put her in, it sways out of range, the hitbox is weird, and you end up getting hit.
A fist comes out of the back of her head, through the hair,
Out the
punches
ponytail?
Bison right on the chin. There's a fist in there, you see that? Right on the ponytail.
EX. Forward throw. LordAhmed getting something started here. He needs to. This is set point for White-AshX. Activate. Dash up. Back throw to get that corner. Look for those trade combos. Those Hailstorm trade combos have literally been the tail of the tape for this entire battle. LordAhmed needs to make something happen right now if he wants his games to keep going. V-reversal. That's going to put no trigger on the table for LordAhmed, but he can close out this round if he plays properly. White-AshX still has trigger active.
He's playing the lively game, and I like it.
Lots of jumping coming
he's
from
trying to irritate White-AshX. The back throw, Psycho Axe again. He's chilling. Yeah, he's backing away. 35 seconds on the clock. He's forcing the error on White-Ash. The Devils are first. Where's your Crouch Fierce now?
I'm going to tell you right now, LordAhmed knew that there was going to be a button coming from White-AshX. And that's why the EX came out. Because I saw the startup of the animation. I couldn't tell what it was because it looked like crouching heavy punch.
It might have been.
But I know the EX was there to deter. Like, hey, I know that you've been consistently anti-airing me between those stomps, between the Devil's Reverse. Now I'm going to use the EX. Those small delays in timing actually do so much to cause confusion in anti-airs and throw off the timing of your opponent. So I really, really like that. Use the EX, throw off the timer, keep them off your trail.
I swear, if Colleen hit again, I would have been.
I actually thought that's what was
upset.
about to happen. I saw the animation of the crouch. I was like, uh-oh, this is about to happen. And then it was like EX.
Yeah. It's kind of funky in terms of like dealing with Colleen and her hitboxes, honestly. She's got great anti-airs. She really does.
All right.
I'm sure all the Colleen players are going to come after me on Twitter. He's like, yo, stop talking up our character.
All right, here we go. Game number 5. LordAhmed.
So nice.
Looking good. If I'm a scouter, the Summer League's looking pretty good. I was like, you know what? This White-Ash guy looking pretty sharp. Oh, man. Stand medium punch hit from so far away. And once now you see White-Ash actually hitting buttons at this range, and that's dangerous versus in Bison because this is when you can start getting crushed. The throw is a good choice right here. Psycho Axe to keep the pressure.
Oh, yeah, the target combo. Forward throw into the corner. What's the setup?
V-Skill 2. Once again, tries to get the back throw right there. I like how aware LordAhmed is. You've noticed that when he gets those throws, it's always been a back throw. He's always been aware of his corner because he knows that's where he thrives.
Oh,
big parry.
No hail after that. Forward throw, rock bottom.
Here it comes. No. V reversal. Trigger activation keeps you safe. No V reversal going to be on. No V meter going to be on the table for LordAhmed. That means no trigger. Once again, the V reversal baited
He's fine
and the
with
big
that.
jumping heavy punch to get out of the corner. And these games are turning around for LordAhmed. The first 3 games look so scary for him, and now has the first lead of this entire set. LordAhmed and this Bison. I see you.
That was actually pretty ambiguous, right? We've seen him try to go for these jumps outside of the corner just to kind of reset the situation, but he came in swinging with the jump fears. Oh, no! Sit him down, yeah. Deter the movement, keep him locked down, have him earn that way out.
Oh.
Great trade for Ahmed.
And look at how aggressive. This is exactly what I was talking about before we got into the match. LordAhmed is being super aggressive right now. Trigger not even on the table, but White-AshX is activated and still seemingly not being able to get anything started because of LordAhmed. Once again, puts in the corner. LordAhmed with the Psycho Axe confirmed. That's another game for LordAhmed. My man is putting the pieces together. He's like a detective. He's figuring out how to stop White-AshX piece by piece. You might as well call him Batman. The dude's good.
So I do like the ambiguity with the Devil's Reverse. He's been very hard to catch from these last couple of games. He'll use it as like a point of entry against the likes of Colleen. Sometimes he'll get stuffed, sometimes he won't. It hasn't deterred him from like using it though. He's still consistently using it to get his offense started, or even using it as a tool of movement, which is very, very slick on the side of Ahmed. So I'm glad I'm seeing this go down to the wire as it is 2-3 in the lead of White-Ash. So we'll see what happens. I want to see more of this play from Ahmed and White-Ash. I want to see it go down to the wire.
You're definitely right. This is opening up a lot more. I didn't think we were going to see, the way it was looking like White-Ash was going to take this 4-0, and now we got a set upon us because LordAhmed has made the adjustments and brought it back into control. 3-2 right now.
He gave himself a promotion. Do you see this regalia? You
said the regalia? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I thought it was the regality. It's not regality, no?
No, I meant like his outfit. Like
yeah, it's regality, no?
I mean, those are two. I was like, those are two different. Not two different things, but just two different versions of the word.
Big jump here right there.
I'm confused. I'm gonna pull up dictionary.com. You can't do that to me, man. That's my fucking language.
That standing heavy punch confirmed, and LordAhmed is looking like a whole new player right now.
Oh no, puts himself in the corner with that jump.
All right, EX gonna get an extension here. Goes for a reset into throw. That has really been the tail of the tape for White-AshX. Nice reversal with the scissors. Good combo. Double Psycho Axe. Look at the offense coming from LordAhmed right now. I came in this morning, I'm like, bro, this dude LordAhmed likes to go ham, man. He gets mad aggressive with this bison.
I believed you. I was all about it. See, now this is different coming from White-AshX. We haven't seen some of those options he presented before with those backdashes coming to light. Right? He's getting clipped. Oh, speaking of getting clipped, I like his offense. So White-Ash, again, the offense is definitely there. But once he gets knocked down, I feel like it's a whole different story. That's what Ahmed needs to focus on, getting this knockdown. He gets the opening here off EXC. Yes!
Big crush with the roundhouse. The heavy kick, dropping change everywhere. Activate, goes off the target. Oh, tries to backdash, get caught with the EX scissors. Slide, activate once again. Starts off with the jab just to make sure there's no movement.
X don't give it to you. You think it's a game?
I'd rather take that big stop. That EX hill was huge once again. 3 games straight for LordAhmed to bring it back versus White-AshX. Will we see a character switch? Now I'm getting interested. Will we see a character switch?
My man just knocking the chains out of a coin purse, back to back to back. I'm liking it. This is what I'm talking about. Now he's tightening up his offense, right? Now he's seeing the kind of options that White-Ash takes to in terms of defense. He's stopping him dead in his tracks from backdashing, any sort of movements. No buttons here. It's all crush counters.
The thing about Colleen is that she can scare you into not hitting buttons. M. Bison has that dash. He has a very floaty jump. He has options. Colleen's movement kind of negates that, especially now I'm looking at these EX Hailstorm combos that he's using. I have not seen a Colleen player successfully get those off in a very long time because a lot of people don't tech. 2, a lot of Colleen players have kind of went past that meta of her gameplay, right? Where this is like, hey, you tech, I'm going to confirm off of this. But a lot of the players are not getting hit by these EX Hailstorm. I love the fact that he's using it ambiguously. Sets up EX Hailstorm, sometimes jumps to the other side, sometimes stays in front, does a little shimmy to see if you're going to hit a button.
Yeah, and he's using it a couple times to get these trade combos off as well. Just to kind of give you that false sense of security. Jesus, how many times did this guy land a parry? Oh,
that's exactly what I was talking about. looking for the Hailstorm, gets crossed up on the other side, finding these hits and these confirms. LordAhmed in trouble right now. White-Ash was working on the perfect.
Oh yeah, he saw that a mile away. No conversions though. He tried to go for the double fierce combo. I get that.
Now you can see that those attacks coming in after jump have stopped from LordAhmed because of the parry, because of that counter from Colleen.
But what if you just empty jump, Steve?
That's the parry kept going forward. Stand light kick confirmed. Okay. And the scissors activate, finds the opening again. LordAhmed. LordAhmed. Really close to getting stunned on White-AshX.
He read the movement, double dash. Oh,
wait a
no.
Wait a minute.
Skill 2 gets stuck.
Wow, just going for the block this time. Oh,
You stop right there. Stop right there. Don't you move. Don't
LordAhmed
you move.
bringing it back set point. Wow. This entire set turned around. 3 games straight for LordAhmed. Now on set point, the neutral jump backdash with the shimmy. Wow, wait a minute. Okay, Parabella.
Okay, that was slick. I don't even know if that was intentional.
I don't think that was intentional. I mean, look, I rock with your White-AshX. I don't think that was intentional. Message me if I'm wrong. We can talk about it. Just jumps out, Mega Man
hasn't
style.
found a way to stop
2
that
levels.
double jump out of the corner.
You have 1 jump, I get 2. Backdash, base out the V reversal. I feel like that's the only thing that's really hurt LordAhmed. He gets so much mileage out of his V trigger that him V reversing so much and instantly being called out by White-AshX is going to hurt him, because now it's looking like it's going to be a lot harder for him to get that V trigger. Air to air with the roundhouse.
I think it's going to be just fine with the amount of life he has left. I think he's going to be building it up just in time to either close it out or maybe use it defensively. It might not even matter. We'll see in the cross-up. Nice and easy to close it out against White-AshX. Very, very simple cross-up. I like that. I like that. Nothing too complicated. He just went for it.
My man Bison said, "You can't even harm me. You don't even deserve to live." He was talking about Colleen. Why did LordAhmed start off so slow? My man was driving in neutral downhill. He just was like, "Yo, bro, we gonna let it rock." Starts picking up speed, boom, shifted in the first gear. I love the way that LordAhmed actually just kind of tiptoed through this first to 4, this best of 7 to get the victory. Went down 3 games in the beginning. 3 games he went down to White-AshX. And I'm thinking we're gonna see a character switch, because I've definitely seen him play Karen. But he didn't. Stuck to his guns, and that gave LordAhmed a chance to figure out the entire game. So I feel like if he would have switched, it would have been a little harder for him to get the beat. Maybe he switches, gets a game, goes back to Colleen, throws him off the trail.
Yeah,
I
like that idea.
But, oh man, what were your thoughts though, man?
So I like the adaptation made from LordAhmed throughout the entire set. He was down 3 games. That's pretty discouraging to be in that position. I'm not gonna lie to you, it hurts. It really does hurt, but man, he did not give up. He had the right reads. If you halt the movement of Colleen, if you kind of intimidate the player enough to sit still, or at least delay their movement, you're gonna land these crush counters every time, and he landed it like more and more as these games went on. And I think that was pretty much the crux of his victory, being able to shut down the movement from White-AshX.
Well, shout outs to White-AshX as well as LordAhmed, who definitely brought that entire set back. I was so considering seeing a character switch. I was dead set. I was like, there's no way he's going to continue to run this, because I felt like LordAhmed was in control. The tide was swinging in his favor. That's when you typically go for the switch, but possibly not confident enough. But that set, that exhibition, our undercard will go to LordAhmed taking it 4-3 over White-AshX. That was a really good set, man. Shout outs to both of those guys.
Yeah, it was an absolute fun set to watch, excuse me. See, I'm already getting ahead of myself because I'm thinking about the big chicken. The match we have up next is gonna be one you do not want to miss. We're gonna have Big Bird versus his bro, AngryBird. It's gonna be pretty exciting. Yeah,
it's
so
gonna be really good.
When we come back, it's gonna be Battle of Team NASR. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more preseason action.
Device expansion completed. Pseudo personality asset is imported properly. Biological brain connected. DOM unit 0. Startup sequence will begin.
Well now, little piece of junk. Time to wake up.
Flawless Unit 0 activated.
Well, Jody, who is a piece of junk?
Installed.
Show me something worth taking. Your data is now useless. Witness the power of the content engine. This is the power of the king! Your data will reside in me for eternity.
Street Fighter League Season 3 continues. The preseason, I should say. We just saw a really exciting set between White-AshX as well as LordAhmed that went down to the wire. I'm still kind of feeling it in my fingers. I'm happy we got to see that. And that was only the undercard. Our major battle today, the main event, we have NASR's Big Bird going up against AngryBird. Talk to us a little bit about this. I mean, I know we say we didn't know much about the other two players at first, but these two guys, we definitely know more than enough about.
Champion caliber players, both of them and the like. So Big Bird, again, there's what can really not be said about this guy. He's improved exponentially over the years in his lifespan of Street Fighter V. Very close to taking down Evolution last year and just played consistently throughout the CPT. Same with AngryBird. Both of these players have been traveling around the world quite literally to hit every one of these premier spots, to go to the big dance. And again, their improvement with a multitude of characters has been something that's somewhat inspiring, because you don't get to hear too much about the Middle East region.
You really don't.
These guys are coming out to every single one of these events because, to be quite honest, I haven't seen too many come out from the Middle East region. But at that same time, again, these guys are playing against each other as well. They've been taking a lot into the streaming life and really trying to showcase how they improve against each other, against some of the players that play on ranked, and really trying to show up for their community and give them the kind of example, lead by actions rather than by words, right? These are the kind of guys that they are, and they've been doing quite well doing so. And again, I'm really excited to see them play out. And I'm actually curious as to what Big Bird has to say joining the Street Fighter League as we have an interview with them. Take a look.
AngryBird is obviously, I was going to pick him anyway because AngryBird is, my longtime friend, and we've been traveling together, we're training partners, we play together, we discuss strategies together and everything. Samurai, it's mostly Samurai because he's someone who's been very, very doing well recently. It doesn't matter how good he does, he's always striving to do better. And this is what I like about Samurai the most. AngryBird, I know him as well as I know my back of my hand. The way he plays is very offensive. He wouldn't mind taking risks when it's necessary, and that's what really scares me the most about playing against AngryBird, because I have to think fast, I have to respond fast, I have to not make bad decisions, and bad decisions will most likely happen against AngryBird because, like I said, he's one of the fastest players and will force you to play on his pace. But for me, I can take it slow, I can make it slow with Rashid. I can handle that kind of play. I'm used to it because I've been playing him for ever since 2012.
Again, so Big Bird queuing up against AngryBird for this exhibition, the main event of preseason week 4. Now, I'm kind of curious as to how many times you've seen these guys play each other. You've checked it out on Twitter for sure, because these guys are mad funny.
So one, they stream like so much with each other. Like, you know, they have a firm understanding of each other's tendencies, right? So of course you have to go a little further, right? That means you got to start playing different characters. You got to start making dumb decisions to throw them off, because that's what happens. If you play somebody a lot, they're gonna get used to your tendencies. They're gonna start calling out those things, and that's how you build and become better from each other. So the fact that they have such an attitude about it to constantly get better and better, like, I'm a big fan of both of these players. In all honesty, I'm a huge fan of both of these players. So the fact that we have them both here on a main event card says a lot. And we've already heard from Big Bird, but let's get some words from AngryBird on Street Fighter League Season 2.
Big Bird actually is an amazing player, you know. It's not that he's just good. He's good at handling team situations. Like, he's good at giving advice. Like, when let's say I'm emotionally hurt because something didn't come out like inside the game, he just says stay focused, like, don't think of it, like, don't be thinking of it. So he just helped me in the game and outside of the game. So that's a very strong factor. That's why I think our team is very good. Today I play against Big Bird. For me, I can't describe his gameplay because we play together 24 hours. Like, his gameplay is based on my gameplay, and my gameplay is based on his gameplay. So if I do something that he beats me for, I have to change. And if I do something I beat him for it, he change it. So we keep changing on our styles based on how we think. My strategy to be Big Bird is get out of the corner. You don't want to be in the corner against Rashid. If you are in the corner, GG's. That's an advice for all the players that play against Rashid. Don't be in the corner because it's GG's. Once you stay in the corner, good games. That's it.
AngryBird giving us a few words of wisdom, and once again playing right to that sentiment that you touched on. Being an emotional player, you know, having somebody grounded like Big Bird there to keep you on the numbers, and then you have the fact that now not only do you have a team member in Street Fighter League, but you have a team member in real life that's more on that meditative side, that's more of a Tokido, that looks at it more on a logical, understanding the battle within to put out. Like, that's a perfect team. That's the perfect team. Like, you literally have somebody who's super emotional, you have somebody that's all about the numbers, and then you have the self-reflective type.
The super team.
That's a super team. They might as well be superheroes, but let's get into it. We have our main event for the day. It is going to be AngryBird versus Big Bird. Team NASR, stand up, Middle East FGC. You are not unnoticed. I see you all the time.
100. And I'll tell you what though, forewarning, and a fair warning at that, if you're not a fan of pineapple pizza, you'll love Big Bird. But if you enjoy mint chocolate chip ice cream, good luck with that. He hates that stuff.
Yeah, that's gross anyway, man. I'm actually with him on it. Mint chocolate chip anything, you just need to get out of my
All right,
face.
so here we go. AngryBird versus Big Bird. It's gonna be Zeku versus Rashid. Now, Zeku, I feel like I'm trying to remember the noticeable like changes that he's had for Season 5, right? I know, again, the addition of V-Skill 2 allows him to kind of set up the traps and lead to very funky scenarios that you're not familiar with, just in terms of having the bomb kind of stay there, create ambiguous setups, or even a way to initiate offense with the grounded special. I don't even know what kind of animal that is.
I think it's an otter. I don't know. I'm not.
It's an otter?
I'm not 100% sure.
It's a platypus for sure.
It's definitely not a platypus, bro. I know what a platypus looks like. No, but no, you're definitely right on that. When it comes to Zeku, his V skill 2 definitely opens up his gameplay a lot. I feel like because even in young Zeku, where he does not have many anti-air options, being able to set up an offense to get a way in is really strong. He does have really good buttons as young Zeku, do not get me wrong, but being able to make someone block to use that walk speed to get in is something that's super important. Big Bird didn't care anything about that because Rashid took the first round. So
100%.
my man has a name.
Oh, that was a big confirm. I don't even know if that was a buffer from how far he was. He did catch a counter hit button, so I'm more inclined to think that was a buffer.
Confirm right there. Checking with the crouching medium kick. Zeku's walk speed is such a problem to deal with.
Oh,
all right,
EX
right
bomb. Gets the crumple. Further to the corner, gets an Oki. Again, another throw. Roundhouse to check. Double roundhouse. Triple roundhouse.
Yeah,
Give me another one.
Got to be careful. I like the check right there at the end. Gets the trade too far to make anything big happen, but here we go. Big Bird in control of the far range slide. Confirm into the V trigger cancel. Wow, that was really good.
He was totally fine with that. He was going to throw out that slide regardless, hit or block. He was going to be in V trigger anyway. So it was a great check from AngryBird to see what Big Bird was going to do defensively.
AngryBird really likes to do that. Like that's one of the things I've noticed that he's done before. If he has V trigger active, he'll just end with the string cancel and go right for the V skill hit, for the V trigger hit, which takes away a chunk of damage and that closes out the round. Didn't even need to use meter.
Yeah,
Like
good
that standing heavy punch.
there.
Oh, the jump back. Wake up buttons. Oh, wake up.
Yeah.
CA. Take him to the woods. Take him to the fort. Yeah.
And he just yells at him on the way down. Jeez. Activation off the sweep. Make it safe. You already know.
Wow.
I like that.
That's the thing about Zeku's walk speed. Young Zeku's walk speed is so good. Old Zeku, not so much. Young Zeku is perfect for this. I mean, he doesn't have any anti-airs, right? Like,
He does not. No.
I think it's what, stand medium kick, but you can only use
But
that
that's to be further
from
out.
a distance,
yeah,
right?
from sharper angles, he gets jumped in on. He's very susceptible to that because he doesn't have any anti-airs in Young Zeku. The thing is, though, while he's in V-trigger, he is able to use that kind of momentum, like the dash through, to kind of leave himself invulnerable at the top. So it kind of low profiles against incoming airborne attacks. So he used that to maneuver under Big Bird and catch him. I think it was probably on the trip guard or maybe him walking back. I couldn't tell, but caught him with the low instead. So you see a lot of Zeku players kind of use that to their advantage, where they use that the V-trigger to just zoom past the opponent and get past the normal.
Game number 2, though, AngryBird with the lead in the set right now. I bet you they're like in the same room or something right now. They ain't even playing online.
They're faking it.
They're faking it. It's not possible to have their names up there.
They're definitely in the same house.
Right?
I felt like that last match was so explosive. It was more. I thought it was more than one game.
Okay.
Oh, I like the check.
Yeah,
and it's so tough. It's tough to
medium
chase him in the air because he has the option of getting out with the wall jump. Right? Both of these characters do actually.
I'm about to say, like, wall jump escapes in this game are super important. Oh, that was sick.
That was so nice, so clean on that stand strong, converting into the sweep.
And you can tell he's aware of the wall jump get out because he's just walking forward. That way, if he does go for a cross-up, at least he doesn't have to worry about blocking it. Great tech, keeping that mid-screen battle stand. Light kick. Oh, no. Sweet. AngryBird in trouble. He was so lucky. If he would have quick tech, lucky it was a clutch. But he was going for the fake switch up. Big Bird.
A little overzealous on the switch there from AngryBird, unfortunately. Here comes Big Bird first round of game 2.
Oh, that jump medium punch. Looking for a confirm right there. I can tell you right now, Zeku has like some really weird like jump arc moves. His jump medium kick is just a weird animation, so it gives him like a little sway back. Nice side switch using the B skill.
Damn!
Yeah, he's...
Close to stun. Oh, the 3-framer saved his life.
Okay, dash up, stand medium punch, confirm.
Oh man, he threw him through his own tornado.
That was actually so good. It was smart. That way you can block it, dissipate the V trigger, and then start your offense again. AngryBird getting into position.
Oh.
Full CA available. Needs to be careful with those jumps now. Crouching heavy punch. He's fishing right now. He's fishing right now. He's definitely fishing right now. He can close out properly. He doesn't want to use any of the meter. But if he gets to confirm, he's going to use the EX. Not dead just yet, but this mix-up could be death. Oh
nice
my
block.
gosh. That was so smart. He walked towards the corner, jumps out, dash up, eats a medium punch. Yo, Big Bird.
Just outside of each other's ranges, the medium kick is trying to close it out for Big Bird.
Yo,
no anti-airs, a stand jab instead.
Oh my jab.
I actually, so man, I thought that was gonna clip him. I thought AngryBird was dead. I was like, Big Bird's gonna get this jump in, jump fierce. It's coming in hot for Rashid.
EX gets the knockdown instantly. You see that? Instantly goes to young Zeku. Nobody likes the old man. Stay in the nursing home. We're gonna go to this young guy. Got a little pep in his step. I can get across the screen faster, you know. Tries to go. I like that. Delaying the input just in case they use the wall jump. But here we go. Puts himself in the corner, goes straight
Big
to the palm.
conversion,
Raw
big
CA,
damage as
that's
well.
big damage.
He's still living though. He's still living.
He? Yeah, he's still living.
Walk up, check with low medium kick. Big Bird firing away immediately after. V-trigger is on deck. The comeback can happen, but man, the check on that low medium kick is so far reaching.
Look, I said before that Angry Bird is one of those players that has so many names under his belt that he's taking out with his own hand. And I feel like so many people look over that. Angry Bird is one of those players that is, if he is in your bracket, you need to do the homework. You need to be aware. Because first off, Zeku is one of those characters that we don't get to see as much, even though a lot of people say that he's changed for the worse, right? They're like, well, he's not that good. I'm like, I don't know. I still think he's that nice, right? I still think he's nice. And seeing that he's able to apply versus everybody, that young Zeku switch is going to be important. You can see it playing its part because you're going to want to control that ground speed more than anything versus Rashid. But Big Bird needs to make some changes if he wants to stop Angry Bird from keeping his momentum in his favor, because the damage is not looking good. The corner control is looking really strong, especially that situation where he starts up the V-trigger in the corner. He walked towards the corner after Big Bird jumped into it. So he's walking towards the corner with the tornado behind him. Like, that was crazy.
See, now I'm thinking about the bigger picture. As this exhibition goes on, Big Bird is down 2 games against Angry Bird. I'm kind of thinking if it's one of those cases where Rashid has trouble with the matchup, or if it's one of those things where Angry Bird knows about his opponent so well that he's playing to his weaknesses, right? Then you're thinking about whether or not Big Bird is going to be fine against someone like Infexious who's playing Zeku, or if he gets like counterpicked as another player who has a backup Zeku. Who knows?
What's crazy is the mirror between Infectious and Angry Bird. Oh, that was God. He scooped my man off the wall. Oh my gosh, that was sick.
It's so satisfying to see. Man, the conversions off the lights, decent amount of damage, and the knockdown, EX spinning mixer, Hail Mary lands.
Uses that trigger. But no, I've definitely seen Angry Bird go against Infectious in the Zeku mirror. And it was quite the, it was quite the battle. And I'm pretty sure Angry Bird won. Might need to check the tapes on that. Oh, you're done. Might need to check the tapes on the Angry Bird. Possibly won that Infectious match, but he definitely just won this round versus Big Bird.
He hit him with his fingernail, Steve. The stand fierce and the buffer behind it.
Gotta swipe it, man.
Swipe me down.
Oh, he loves doing that.
I think every Rashid loves stand fierce in general. Just like
true.
to throw it out, honestly.
It's like he's unsheathing a sword. The one he's wearing in this outfit.
He swipes so fast the wind comes behind it and slashes instead. That would be a sick power.
That would actually be sick. Oh, stand like it.
Activation.
That's such a good move with young Zeku. Wall jump again. Actually works out. Big Bird in control of the back throw. Okay, okay. He needs to make something happen.
Yeah, down 2 games. Good amount of momentum so far for Big Bird. But again, Angry Bird snuck in that last victory with that stand fierce. Again, I kind of want to see what Big Bird has in store. And again, taking to the skies as soon as he sees young Zeku out in the field is very, very smart. The crush counter, good amount of damage, ending it with the Eagle Spike. Trying to fight his way out. Angry Bird pressing all the buttons, yo.
Wow. That crouching medium kick that he's using with Zeku is so good. It stopped the momentum so many times of Big Bird, but stun, still a factor. Gets the sweep, activate on top of it, crouching short to stop him from getting out of the corner. Big Bird's still in control. Full CA on the table for both of them. They're backing up, fight in the middle of the screen. This is match point for Angry Bird, and he has a lot of work to do. Gets the knockdown with the heavy punch, with the slide. That should be that. Okay, Big Bird, getting one on the board. All right. Yeah, that was a very vital situation. But the thing about it is that now Big Bird is controlling the pace so much more and making Angry Bird fight it out to get back control of these matches. That's what you saw in that last game. Got the lead, slowed down the pace a little bit. That way, Angry Bird would have to go out of his way, possibly make more mistakes to get that W, get that victory. And now we see Big Bird back in control. Well, you know, got a game on the board, I should say.
I'm trying to see some of the noticeable differences that he's taken game after game against the likes of Angry Bird. One of the main changes that I do like is the fact that he realized what he needs to do against young Zeku, which is going to be the main form that Angry Bird is taking, right? I think one of the things is you have to understand that Rashid has great options in the air. His jump fierce is one of the most dangerous fierces in the game. That heavy punch is obnoxious. I think being able to take advantage of those angles where young Zeku cannot anti-air is a great way to start your offense. I know it's a very simple thing to keep in mind, but that kind of thing leads to a ton of offense, a lot of momentum. It can really turn the tide in your favor.
You're right, because think about it. Old man, Zeku, legit, he has good anti-airs, right? He has
100%.
like the EXDP. Young Zeku doesn't have that option. Like he literally you can jump on him. So the fact that he has that jumping heavy punch where he can use to make sure you respect that wake up pressure is good, because then you don't have him hitting buttons. Young Zeku has a 3-frame button, so that means you have to respect him just the same. Gets the mixer, goes further. Gonna get close to that corner. Great tech. Wall jump to get out of there, and now AngryBird, nice anti-air. Shoulder gets the EX throw on top of him.
You say I didn't have an anti-air? Let me show you this. The shoulder check.
Yo, can we talk about how my man got scooped off the wall like a fly earlier? Listen, yo, you see that? Need to take care of it now.
Both
Big Bird
players just within reach of their fierce, right? That's every punch when
Activate. I thought we were gonna see an overhead. Not gonna be able to cheap out. Any hit can take out Big Bird at this point. Activate after block low forward.
Ooh.
Stand light kick. Great round ender. Well, look, soon as stand light kick from Young Zeku, such a great round ender. It's really fast. That's fast enough. What is it, 4 frames? Has decent range. I feel like why not end with that, especially if you have a decent life lead.
One thing I did notice about AngryBird as well, you know how both players are kind of taking to their strengths with stand fierce for the most part. AngryBird is so good at closing the gap with the normals and then masking it with that forward dash to close the gap and get it off and started. But now Big Bird is checking him a lot more. Do you see that? He's checking his movement with that stand fierce, being a little bit more active with the normals instead of going for whiff punishes.
Well, it's hard to like kind of go for whiff punishes versus either of these characters at this point.
That's so good.
That's the trigger. Oh, yo, this is a bad spot to be in. Full CA available, spins the trigger. Big Bird fighting for his life right now. AngryBird 1 throw away. Anything could do it right now. Man, he got like 2 jabs worth of life. No, that's definitely a jab. Standing medium kick.
More than enough for 2 jabs, honestly. That could have been anything. That could have still gone either way, honestly. If AngryBird had connected with that fierce, could have gone a critical art. But hey, both bars on the table for both players can lead to a good amount of damage.
What's crazy is I don't think like, well, I know it on paper it's terrible. Like old man Zeku versus Rashid doesn't seem that bad because he has Graham to keep him away. He has EXDP. If you use V-Skill 2 versus Rashid, I feel like it's not as hard, but that just lets me know that like Zeku has so many options where he's still very, very valuable. Full CA confirm, and as I was talking about that, Big Bird runs it, ties the set 2-2. Is that where we're at right now?
I think so. I think you might be right. So yeah, I mean, you do have a very valid point in terms of like old Zeku and keeping Rashid away, but for how long, right?
Right.
I will say though, so he's very dominant in the ground game. He also has an EX reversal to kind of get an opponent off of him. So yeah, I kind of want to see whether or not AngryBird is ever going to go into old Zeku and really put up a fight. Like I understand like how the matchup goes, but maybe he could kind of deter Big Bird's movement with the ground game a little bit at first, and then once he gets a sizable lead, then go into young Zeku or not.
No, I see that gameplay. I mean, but that's what makes Zeku like not just easy to play, right? Like if you could just seamlessly hit every time and go between, then it makes him a lot looser to play. But these experienced players, they're not gonna let you constantly switch back and forth, right?
Exactly.
If I'm fighting Zeku, my idea is to not let him switch to young Zeku. And if you have Rashid, that's very possible, right? Like you can start out with like Eagle Spike, or you can try to send like a Whirlwind over there, like V-skill dependent, just to make sure that he stays old. But the fact of the matter is, like you pressing like that can get you hit. It's better to just wait, take that time, get the proper advantage, and then start the fight. But let's see. AngryBird versus Big Bird. Sets 2-2, game 5. You see what I do? He literally just instantly switched. Like, you know what, man, I ain't got time for this. This old man walks too slow. I got places to be. Rashid's to hit.
I really want to ask like AngryBird about that in general, because we see Infexious play a good mixture of both, right? Old and young Zeku. So I'm kind of curious as to the decision behind it.
Stand medium kick. That's another tool I feel like might be really good in this matchup. Along with crouching heavy punch. Stand medium kick has so much range, moves him forward.
It's one of those things, right? If you have that tool, I feel like you're a pretty decent character. Oh, okay.
Reversal. Wow, EX spinning mixer. Actually caught the forward heavy punch overhead. Stand line kick, such a good round ender. Moves him forward a little bit. And as a Rashid, you want to like move, you want to stay exactly where that kick is. You're literally just controlling that space.
So AngryBird is taking notice of how Big Bird wants to throw out these normals for this forward movement. Man, he still threw it again anyway. Man, I was just about to compliment AngryBird on the adaptation, but man, he still got clipped by that Fierce. No anti-air. You saw it. The cross up instead. Sit him down. It always looks good. It always looks good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, his combos actually just look sick. Standing heavy kick. Oh, nice crush. Gonna get the side switch. Mix it. No.
Great interruption from the stand short. You weren't kidding about that range.
I told you, man. Oh, the jump heavy kick, no confirm. And the standing heavy punch, no confirm. Either whirlwind, EX, and there is Big Bird. Tying up the set once again. Man, this is a stupid good set. 2-2, 1 round apiece. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Wake me up for this. Yeah. Ooh, big jump in with the heavy kick. Yeah, stand light kick, just priming it. Look at that. That's the range that Rashid wants to be in. Stand light kick, just in control. Still ends up back in this corner though. Crouching heavy punch finds a hit. AngryBird fighting back out of the wall. The jump back. And the medium punch not able to make anything happen, but confirming to the slide.
So now he's playing a lot more with normals rather than relying on the movement, right? He knows that Big Bird is way more active with the normals, checking the forward dashes, the forward walk.
Bro, he did air heavy kick to get to the ground.
That was
faster.
nasty. Do you see the micro step?
Bro.
Back and forth with that little shimmy?
Bro, did you see after he did the EX, he does air heavy kick to get down to the ground faster? Well, that was godlike. That was so sick.
That was actually pretty ambiguous. I thought he was going to get thrown. And that's dangerous because Rashid still has that pressure in the corner. After you get that throw, you can still apply whatever, like what, stand medium punches, check with a low medium kick if you wanted to, maybe get a whirlwind started.
No, that's definitely true. The corner pressure from Rashid is definitely a problem, but we've seen how that's played out this entire set. AngryBird has literally been calling out some of these instances and just down backing, just being very smart about challenging or just holding his ground, which is intelligent because one, you don't want to get opened up. We've seen how it can snowball in the worst way possible. So holding your ground versus Rashid is very smart. And on top of that, the fact that you're in control a lot of the times in this corner means that you don't have to worry too much about Rashid being in control, which is actually what you want to stop.
Right.
But yeah,
these players are so heavy in terms of like offense, right? They're so offense oriented that it's really, really hard to contest if you don't have the defensive tools to do so.
I like how active AngryBird is as well with Zeku. Stand medium kick. Like I said, I feel like that's a tool. Now you see it starting to come out more. Like that range is very, very scary because of course Zeku has buttons that can be there. That stand medium punch, crouch medium punch, all give him net great damage. Stun on the table right now.
Yeah, he uses it to kind of check the medium kick. And from further out, the Fierces do the same exact job. Big Bird forced into the corner with that throw. Getting the offense again. Interrupt. Oh, boy.
I thought we were going to get the medium kick. Jumps out of there. That was so good. Thinking he was probably going to cancel to the the V trigger, but no.
That was quite the angle for the cross as well on the medium kick. It was kind of ambiguous, but Big Bird ended up trading with like AngryBird.
Anti-air shoulder.
He's standing into old Zeku. It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Man,
I'm close.
That's what I knew it. I was like, he's definitely gonna change. There's no way. Back up, tries to get that medium punch again, sets out the V trigger, gets clipped, finds a hit, mixer to keep the corner. Stun's becoming a factor. The crouching medium kick, not gonna be able to. Oh, he got full CA. Yep. Wow, is this gonna kill him?
I think he's going.
Oh
no! Swing and a miss.
Yo, he was fishing. He tried to go for raw sweep into activation. The backdash, the walk back did not work.
10 points. I did it.
I'm about to hand gestures.
Is that where you get it from? Because you always go, I did it.
Nah. I did it. That's actually an old Marvel reference. I did it. Stand heavy punch once again. Stand light kick just on the follow-up, just in case he tries to go into that space. Big Bird pulling out those medium kicks is exactly what I was looking for.
Buffer.
But that's what happens. You see, I love that Angry Bird is reacting to him going to this neutral play. Once again, the whiff punish with the standing heavy punch. Gets to confirm into that run, into slide. Tries to get the throw after the whirlwind.
Big
nice
whiff
whiff
punish.
punish. Back throw. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
3-3 right now? Is that the set? Let's go, man.
I'm about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Set tied 3-3. Wait, I think Angry Bird's going to the bathroom.
No, he's going to the room next door. He's gonna
To
be
go
like, hey, man.
to go punch him?
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Oh, Big Bird came back with a black eye. Oh, he stole his headset.
Things just went IRL. The digital world has been... No, I'm just kidding. Big Bird versus Angry Bird. I told you, all you guys have to remember. Angry is the little one. Big Bird, the tall one. That's all you got to remember, man.
Big is big, yes.
Big is big.
Water is wet. I got you, Steve.
I'm just saying, man. People mix up the birds sometime, you know?
That's fair. That happens all the time.
I am Rashid of the
Turbulent Winds. Remember the name well. I like the pop-offs from Rashid, though. I like the pop-offs.
He's a confident man, as he should be. That's cool. Oh, big jump in. Oh, no, a little drop on the combo from Angry Bird.
Wow, these jump-ins are getting a lot more potent, a lot more successful on top of that. Small backup, standing heavy punch. Stun becoming a factor. Overhead, tries to go for the throw.
We haven't seen that in a cool minute. I think the entirety of the set we haven't seen an overhead. Good amount of damage. Death. Good amount of death, excuse me. You know what's kind of funky is that we haven't seen Big Bird really play to the weaknesses, the inherent weaknesses of young Zeku, because Angry Bird does such a great job of stopping that from even happening. In terms of his movement, his normal placement, it's like you can't really jump in on young Zeku. You can't really jump in on Angry Bird, I should say.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
Standing heavy kick.
Heavy kick is so obnoxious.
Oh my gosh, no counter hit, no combo, but the
Ooh,
stun. Angry Bird brings it back. Final round right now. Man, damn, this set is good. Let's go.
I wish it was a first attempt.
Ditto.
I mean, you can see that on the stream, but hey, here we go. The final round between these two. The birds of a feather.
I like how you finish it. Big jump in over the EX Graham. Side switch with the EX Bushin flip.
Big punch.
Backdash to get out of the throw. Okay, side switch with the B skill ended.
Man, sometimes we gotta throw it out there. Just check where she's from throwing.
The interrupt saves him out of block pressure. Also stops the EX game. Uh-oh, here we go. Angry Bird has the corner still. No counter hit. No anti-air. We already talked about that. Young Zeku not too good with the anti-air. Tries to get in there early with the throw, I believe. Not gonna happen. Full CA available for Angry Bird again. Oh, would have did it. That was game.
Close to chip territory. The Graham is probably gonna close it out.
Whoa. How did he make it through, Punish?
What is that?
How did he make it through? Can we talk about that?
What? Do we get a replay feature on that?
Even Big Bird is, look at Big Bird. He's like, what the? Look at Angry Bird. He knew he just got away.
He's texting him right now. He pulled out the phone immediately.
He's like, got away with some dumbness. He actually understands that he just got, he's like, whoops, I definitely got hit by that whirlwind.
That was right there. He queued up for the Eagle Spike. You actually saw the Eagle Spike right after, which is why Big Bird lost. He got punished for it. But to be fair, I thought the whirlwind was going to connect. Excuse me? Hello?
What a set, though.
I don't know what to say about that.
That was a really...
It was a great set, but man, where's his hurt box? Slim Fast. The man is keeping his shape.
I don't even know how that either way, what an amazing set between two amazing competitors representing the Middle East. Angry Bird versus Big Bird. What a... I don't even... Wait, who won? I forgot who won. Was it Big Bird?
It was Angry Bird. Angry Bird was with old Zeku at that.
That was actually whack. I'm mad because he fell through the whirlwind. In my head, that play, an alternate timeline has been made where
that hit actually
where that
connected?
actually hit, and we're talking in a completely different manner. But with all that being said, it's only fair. Let's get words from the winner.
Trying to jump out of the corner. As I told you, I don't want to stay in the corner against Rashid. So I was trying to escape the corner, and against V-Trigger 1, when he does the V-Trigger 1, I just block cross him. I don't see anything, I just block cross, and I guessed right. When you play someone every day for your whole life, you play him every day, you can't expect he destroy me or I destroy him or close set. It could be go either way. You see, when I play Big Bird, it's always back and forth, back and forth. I got lucky at the end though.
Close to chip territory. The Gram is probably gonna close it out.
How did he make it through, Punny?
What is that?
How did he make it through? That was a lot of touch and go in that set between these two. It was looking very different at the beginning. And this matchup is something that they've definitely played each other before, not only on stream, but in tournament.
I think between the two, based on my previous knowledge and history of the two playing, I still think it could have gone either way. I'm not too surprised it went down the way it did, down to the last round, but the way it ended was obviously a huge shock to both of us. But for the most part, I think that's what you can expect between the two birds. It's going to be that kind of match every time. It's going to be close. They're so good at adapting to whatever playstyle is presented at them. And it doesn't even matter if they were just, if they're training buddies. Just the fact that they understand how the game works so well. They're such students of the game that they know how to adapt at any given notice. It speaks volumes at their dedication to their craft, and it's actually exciting to see what they have to bring to the table against the rest of the teams. And even outside of the main event, you take a look at the undercard, it's the exact same way. We started off with LordAhmed taking down 3 L's right off the bat. It looked like White-AshX was going to take it all the way down.
It looked like it was over.
And then it was a complete turnaround. It went down to the last game for that one as well. So I'm really excited to see some of the prospects from the Middle East region overall, because their adaptation skills are top notch, right? So it's hard to tell. I think right now with this preseason show, I think with this specific week, it's kind of promising. It's promising a lot of talent for the Middle East, and I'm really excited to see what comes out of that. I'm really excited to see just more people show up because of something like this, something like Street Fighter League, now that we've brought it out to an international scale. It's really exciting to see overall. I can't stop saying the word excited because that's how I feel.
No, I mean, look, that last set, this is our first time in Street Fighter League getting this international talent. We've commentated their matches before, but this is a different feel because they have a team behind them. On top of that, a lot of people are out there getting their first exposure to AngryBird and Big Bird, as well as just other, Middle East FGC representatives. This season is actually going to be ridiculous. I personally can't wait, and this is still the preseason. This is a preseason set that you guys just saw, and you're still talking about it right now. We're still talking about it right now, and we still have more preseason left.
We have so many more weeks left, man.
And just to let you guys know, next week, our next match is coming up. The undercard will be one of our returning children. I say children. That's because it's just a kid versus toy for our undercard battle coming up. But then the main event will be none other than one of the 3 alphas, Punk himself, going up against 801 Strider. And you know he's going all in because he's rocking the G and he's repping the team. I personally can't wait to see it, and we're going to talk about that a little more after this break. Stay tuned to Street Fighter League Season 3.
Beyond the battle.
Get ready.
Destroy. Begin.
Let's go.
Disappear. Kneel. Strength to crush the spirit of the king.
Alright! I really like to exercise. And training is a lot of fun.
Time to meet your death, vile insect.
Pull out all the stuff!
Hadouken! Witness the power of the continent! This is the power of the king!
Street Fighter League Season 3 continues. I'm glad you guys joined us because that set was actually ridiculous. Now, I know we've already went over our main card and our undercard battle, but let's take one more look at the teams for the season so we can drill it into you guys' brain because it is going to be ridiculous. We've seen a lot of representation today, especially from Team NASR, and they're going to have Big Bird as well as AngryBird and Samurai, man. And then, of course, you have UYU rocking Oil King, NL, and Kami. Team All In will consist of iDom, Phenom, and 801 Strider. Alpha 3 will be Punk, CJ Truth, and Nephew. Psycho Shinobi will be Hot Dog 29, Infexious, and Xian. And then we have Dynamite. It's going to be Problem X, NuckleDu, and Smug to round out the last teams here for Season 3 of Street Fighter League. And I am super excited. But let's talk a little bit about the matches we saw today.
Yes.
Great Middle East representation when it comes to the FGC. Like I said, they are not only involved in Street Fighter, but White-AshX especially is one of those players. He plays other games, but this is a great way to show and showcase this talent to other people who might not be too familiar with the Middle East or even, you know, White-AshX or LordAhmed. Do you feel like this is a great way, you know, like to put the Middle East on the map when it comes to exposing more people to them? Because we know about the Middle East and the FGC, but there's people out there that may be watching Street Fighter League for the first time. Do you feel like this is a good place to start those guys? I'm not going to answer for you. I think it's yes, but, you know, Vicious, you tell us.
So I think, obviously, it's a yes on both ends. I think what's important is that it's a start to that exposure. I think it's important to really lend out an outlet for those communities to really showcase their talent, because you saw what happened in that undercard. They're both, I think it was Ultimate Grandmaster.
I think it was.
Yeah, these guys were literally like 50 points off from each other in terms of skill level in the LP, right? So again, it's just like having these kind of opportunities and events to even like showcase some of the talent, the hidden talent that we really need to highlight is pivotal. I think Street Fighter League is doing a great job of that, extending it out to an international level.
That's definitely true. I mean, the Middle East has definitely been stepping it up and ramping it up for the last few years. But Big Bird and AngryBird, two of the premier Middle East players who have been putting on for quite some time for the Middle East. Tell us a little bit about them, like just overall thoughts. I mean, obviously this is not the last time we're going to talk about them or see them, but what are some of your thoughts?
For the most part, what we've been talking about is highlighting their skills, showcasing their events, their accolades and whatnot. Now I really want to break it down to their team synergy and what they have to face before them. It's Season 3. Obviously, as a team, when it comes to person and their mentality as competitors, I think they're all very astute, very sound individuals, and they mesh well together in terms of like the competitive value and having that team synergy. I'm looking more so at their character mashups. You have Rashid, Zeku, and Akuma. I kind of want to see who Big Bird is going to bring to the plate in case he gets banned.
Man.
You think so? And now you think about that. Like, so you have Rashid and Ken going up against the rest of the teams and like those kind of matchups. There's a lot of like top 3, top 5 characters, even like sub characters in the conversation of these teams. So I'm kind of curious, as great as they are as individuals and with their main character, this is a whole different kind of competition where you have to play your secondaries, sometimes your tertiaries if that person gets banned. Who knows? Or maybe you don't want to play a certain matchup against a different person. It's like you have to consider that as well in the team synergy. So it's I'm kind of curious, as stacked as this team is, as we've let on to really kind of say and like highlight these characters or these players, it's still going to be unpredictable in this environment for Street Fighter League.
A lot of these times, these guys are working together for the first time. And I know a lot of people are like, man, they're just making a team. No, it's a lot harder than that because you have to discuss who might be banned, who might be the stronger of the two. That's some inward thinking. You have to be like, well, look, I'm not good against this character. But if they ban my character and they make me fight them, then what? Like, these are all things.
Yeah, there's so many factors to consider when it comes to the team synergy and just trying to pick out who you would want to play up against because you don't want to face those bad matchups early.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't. You obviously want to play to your strengths.
With that being said, next week's matches, we've already kind of hit it at them.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Kid going up versus Toy are returning
man.
2 players to the Street Fighter League stage. And then, of course, we have Punk versus 801 Strider, which is going to be a barn burner, and I personally can't wait to see it.
I could still hear Toy yelling somewhere saying, "That's my boy!"
That's actually true.
That's my boy. The best pop-off. Season 1 was
Didn't
fantastic.
that guy roll across the stage?
He rolled across the stage against Team Storm, who's saying, "That's my boy," and just, I don't know what that was.
Right,
but
I don't know what
funny.
that was.
It was so good.
He turned it
It's just, that was great.
I don't
Fantastic.
know what.
I don't know what
I
that
like
was.
how you do the.
You did the same thing. Run it back. You can see it. You'll see it for yourself.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in this week to Street Fighter League Season 3. This is the preseason. We will catch you guys next week.